Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The losses we've experienced due to coronavirus are both horribly easy to count. 70,000 dead in the United States alone. And yet invisibly painful. Especially for communities of faith, I think. The relational losses often go unreported. Yet in conversation with pastor after pastor, in conversations with some laity in the churches, and from my own experience, a dangerous trend is emerging. Relationships are withering. And burnout is seen among my colleagues and among those who have leadership in churches. For a year now, everything has been harder to do. And all of us get insufficient feedback to keep encouraging us to keep going. Today I spoke with a pastor friend of mine who actually was involved in a small church startup. And he's done everything right during the pandemic, and his new church start actually has added some members during the past 11 months, which is kind of cool. Even with worship services being totally online. By the numbers, the church is thriving. Yet one of his key lay leaders has experienced personal challenges, recently unrelated to church, but time-consuming nonetheless. All on top of having to create new ways to do the work of the church. This key layperson recently had to step down from their leadership role at the church because there was nothing left to give at the moment. That leader was burning out and needed to tend to his family first. That conversation between my friend, the pastor, and his lay leader happened all during FaceTime. It's the only way that they could talk in their county where double-digit numbers of people were still dying every day from COVID. I wanted to reach out and hug my friend and tell him it was going to be okay, but I couldn't. And I wondered what else I could do. And they wondered what else they could do. I get it. As a longtime pastor, this pandemic and the political, social environment that I find myself in, we all do, for me to be true to my call, as you well know, silence is not an option. And that really hurts me. I know a lot of my colleagues just zip it. And I'm not saying one is right or one is wrong. I'm just saying I can only be true to myself and what's on my heart. And I know I could not look at myself in the mirror years down the road knowing I remained silent during these days. And not remaining silent takes every ounce of energy sometimes for me to do, knowing the feedback I get. It takes a toll on me personally and professionally, and makes me feel even more isolated. But that is the nature of my call. I will not concede to appease or be silent in the face of what I see as grave injustices and immoral leadership that has impacted the lives of millions. Yes, I've been on the brink of going elsewhere with my ministry. And yes, I feel at times like a complete failure. You know what I miss most? Are just the relationships. I miss you guys. But I will not stay where I'm not wanted. You know, here's the thing. We all took for granted before COVID. We all took for granted those incidental interactions we would have at church, right? What I'm talking about are those passing conversations that we would have in the hallways, in the sanctuary, before and after worship, down in Fellowship Hall, in the classrooms, while gathering in the parking lot, at committee meetings. We're missing the meals we had together, the social events, the hellos, the goodbyes, the waves across the room, the blowing of the kisses, the simple warmth of seeing and being seen. The loss of these things, simple as they are, harms our sense of relationship and how we see each other. We are less connected. We are less in touch. We are less aware, and as a result, less empathetic and less in community. COVID has made church gatherings, when they do occur, all about the business at hand and no longer about the relationships that underpin everything else. You know, my pastor friend who I was speaking to explained that back in the good old days of 2019 and before that, you know, he had the opportunity to make deposits in the emotional bank account of other church leaders and friends, and just as they did with him as well. And those weekly passing interactions accumulated deposits of goodwill and common purpose that could be drawn upon in times of crises. That's what is lost right now. The accounts are drained, mine is, and there's little opportunity to make new deposits. I get that. When I think about friends and acquaintances that I used to keep up with regularly just because I saw them every week or even twice a week, you know, I suddenly realize what has been lost. I've lost track of them. And I've lost track of their lives. It's not that I no longer care. It's that we don't have the ordinary means of casual communication. Unless one or the other takes the initiative to call, or text, or email, or whatever. Which is really the equivalent of what happens, when someone moves away to another city or state, and you say to each other, oh, we will stay in touch. We'll be sure to stay in touch. But inevitably, we don't. Because in many ways, out of sight, out of mind, and life just keeps moving on. Maybe when all of this is over, we'll return, not to necessarily the way things were, but we will begin to return to some patterns of socializing around the church that can help make those emotional deposits in our souls, whether it's just having a cup of coffee with each other, having casual conversation in the hallway or outside or in the sanctuary. Maybe when we do get together that way, it'll be like good friends reuniting after one of them had moved away for a while, but now they've come back home. I hope it's going to be that way. It will be good to be home again, with everyone around the table. That's a homecoming, God willing, I will be at. God bless you guys. I do miss you. And if you're among some of those who decide to leave the church before that homecoming happens, I'm sorry I couldn't be the pastor that you needed or wanted in your time of need. But that doesn't change my love for you. Take care, and peace be with you.